We're analyzing together QBTS. Look at the amazing rally we experienced since November. Will it continue?
Let us know in the comments below. Trading is the honest traders. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. Wow, what a chart we have right there. As you mentioned, look at that, more than 1000%. Very interesting, this last movement in the quantum computing market. Remember, we also analyzed QUBT, quantum computing. This company is well related. A subscriber shared this with us. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. How do you see the current situation for this stock, as is it approaching levels that were being traded during 2022 at mid-year, more or less? Do you think it will continue or not?
Yeah, we had to take a look at the fundamentals because at the end of the day, for me, this is the key elements that we had to study when investing in a company. And look at that. We're talking about in September 2024, we experienced like another loss, and actually a bigger loss in comparison to the previous quarter, minus 22 million. So obviously you see all this chart, and fundamentally speaking, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's, as usual, it's a strange market. We are not experts on it, of course. So if you have more information, please share it with us. We know that this hype around this sector, with the quantum computing and all that, related with the AI sector also. So if we go to the forecast, let's see what those 7 analysts of Wall Street think about this stock. And, they are all in the negative territory, at least what we can see right here. We have the minimum one, minus 81%. Wow, what a crash could be. Then we have the average, minus 45.45%, $5 more or less. And then the maximum is also in the negative territory, minus 3.85%. We have to say in favor of this, like the stock was trading at the start of November of this year, below, at the end of October at $1. So it surpassed those targets. That's why they are in the negative territory. So we have to wait and see if they update it with a more bullish perspective, or if they maintain it as that and they don't expect higher prices. So how do you see this situation? Because this is something that happened also with some stock. Like the stock started to go higher, and all the the past targets were started to go in the lower territory and in the bearish territory, but because the price went already higher from them.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the strong buy. You may think, okay, this is like contradicting information. No, what's happening right here is like these analyses. Probably those analyses were made like months back, So obviously they thought at that time that it was a strong buy, and obviously the average price at that time, and the current price at the time, it was lower, maybe $3, maybe $2. So obviously a lot of things happened during that time. The thing here is like obviously we're talking about a stock that is in negative territory. And then we have all these targets completely surpassed, so the risk is way too high, and actually in this type of stocks, it's like if you want to follow the trend, you can do it, but this is the risk you are facing, and you gotta be careful, because if it starts to correct and you don't get out, you could get completely killed, and when I mean kill, we're talking about like let's see the percentage, let's see the risk, because we saw it many times in stocks like this, Enrique, like a downtrend, something like to previous near the rally, and at that time, in this case, wow, it's minus 88%. I mean, that's a huge risk.
Yeah, and this sector, as we already mentioned, we are not experts on it, but we can see right here that this company, DOA Quantum Inc., engages in the development and delivery of quantum computing systems, software, and services. So, of course, they are well related to this quantum computing market. So if this market starts to go as it is expected, maybe we see better results and better earnings, but the information that we have right now is this. So how do you see this situation with this last bullish uptrend for this stock, or bullish rally? Do you think it was based just on hype and we will see the correction, or do you think we will see higher prices, or a different opinion? Please share it with us in the comments below, and all the information that you have about this stock and all this sector. I think that the seasonal chart for this stock is also interesting. We can go with that section, Alvaro.
Let's go to the seasons, because wow, the rally is completely there. You can clearly see it. And actually, in order to start a company, to what happened before this rally last year, we're talking about like 2023 and before. Let's filter this data. Yeah. We don't have many years actually, and the IPO was in 2020. But what we can see is like in 2022, and that's the risk that I mentioned before, and this is like a complete proof of it, like a minus 85% that particular year. So obviously, if you buy at the top, the risk is huge. So it's better to buy at the bottom.
Yeah, it changes a lot, of course. If you think like we mentioned this in previous videos also, it depends on the price that you enter many times. You can be right and buy at the worst possible moment and end up being wrong, and the possible is also true. So that's why we always recommend having a good trading psychology, good trading plan, and all that. And nothing in trading is as easy as it seems first. So let us know if you follow any particular strategies, or how do you deal with that psychology part and all that. And for this seasonal chart, it's very interesting that you mentioned that, but we also have all the years in the negative territory. Then 2020, 2.56, we could say an average year more or less, and then we have this year more than 600%. So that's the thing right there. When you see this type of stocks, obviously the profit is there, but as you also mentioned, a year of minus 85%. So not everything is as good as it seems, at a simple point of view. So in this case, we have to wait and see how this year closes. So guys, how do you think this will close? Do you think we will see higher prices from this point and maybe even reaching 700% year to date or even higher? Or do you think we will see the year close at lower levels, or maybe in the negative territory? Maybe you could have that dramatic point of view, or maybe realistic. It all will depend in your information that you have, in the technical analysis that you apply, and in the data that you share with us. If you want it, please share it below.
Let's analyze exactly what's happening in the latest update. It all started back in August with this as I said, I like this word, bullers. Bullers buying the stock at the bottom when it was trading at 0.90, and then the rally happened, and then there is like a second uptrend. This wild line, this is a support trend line, an uptrend. So obviously you can follow this trend, and as soon as there is like a breakout in this line, I would say it would be a good time in terms of risk management. It's like in terms of risk management, if we experience like a huge reversion, obviously you have to exit your position at some point. So obviously below this trend line, it would be a good place to do it.
So guys, how do you see the situation right now? Do you think this will go higher? Do you think this will start to correct and go lower? Do you have a different opinion? Please share it with us below in the comment. Honest traders, honest opinions are always welcome. All the data you want to share with us, remember to share it below. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.